and then
Live from the Pines, your favorite East Texas sports podcast, coming at you live tonight. I know it's been a minute since we all got together and recorded, but we're back. It's week
13.
13. Shit, it's been a while since we've been on camera recording about college football, but we are back.
Wait, no,
11.
12.
11. We played 12 games of college football.
Yeah, but there's bye weeks and yeah.
Yeah, well, it's week 12. It's week 11 games.
All right. Well, you heard it. Not gonna.
I put the wrong time, but
It'll be all right. It's been a while, but I want to give a big shout out to our guys at Zilker Belts. Use discount code PINES936 for all online orders. We will be dropping some merch soon. We're in the works of getting some hats put together. Maybe, get some
got them
shirts.
on your head.
What's up?
So you got them on your head?
Yeah, we got them on our head. We're going to work on getting some other things put in the works, but for right now, it'll be hats right now. If you're watching tonight, make sure you like, subscribe, go follow us on all socials, Live from the Pines, not Facebook yet, but Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, we're on there. Go like, subscribe, follow. We're missing David, but he will be joining us pretty soon. It's been a while. How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah.
Pretty good. It's almost Friday, almost the weekend. We got a big weekend with Lufkin Panther football Friday and then college football Saturday. So,
yeah, all about college football, but I got one thing in my mind, and that is beating College Station pretty bad tomorrow. Shout out to my boy Kevo Taylor, leading those Panthers, quarterback Quincy QT, our boy Gunner Quick, and the rest of the staff. Those guys are gearing up this week for a round 2 playoff game. I've been trying to do a show every week covering the guys, getting them, some information out there about them, letting everybody know what's going on. But we're headed to New Canaan tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and we're going to take on a great football team, College Station. They're a good ball team, and they're going to be well coached and prepared. And our guys are, going to be well coached and prepared also. But we got speed. We got a lot of speed. Our defense is very physical. I don't think there's, any chance that we don't go out and give it to them pretty good tomorrow and bring that goal ball back to Lucky, because you do get a goal ball every week now.
Do you?
Yeah, every week you win, you get another goal ball. So, we're going to try to keep it going and get the J well. I know these kids want nothing more than to win a state championship, and I think they are very capable of doing it. This is a great team. They went undefeated in district, lost the first game of the season at Longview, played in the Hurricane and lost, and great group of kids. So as we get over to college football, Spoon and his Florida Gators were victorious against the LSU Tigers. Spoon, let's talk a little bit about that. What do you got to say about that?
I mean, what else is there to say?
It is week 13, by the way. I just looked it up.
that's what I looked it up and it said that. But
Because we have a week 0 now, it doesn't really count.
so is Billy Napier, I mean, he's officially safe. We were all talking like he's a dead man
That has
walking.
nothing to do with them playing good.
I said it before this whole thing. He has a path to save his job. I didn't think it would be that fast of Strickland coming out and supporting him. But they have a shit ton of NIL money tied into this freshman class. And all it's going to do is help in recruiting. It already has helped in recruiting. The big names aren't there. But it's just going to get better from this point because Mertz is done. He needed to be done. Lagway is damn good. Like, he's just good.
Yeah.
The passer rating in the country passes more than 20 yards. Like, he's just going to keep getting better. I mean, he beat LSU without running the ball at all. He was playing
LSU is not much to brag about.
What
They can't stop a cold if they
Correct.
had,
They can't stop it. What?
they can't stop a cold if I gave them antibiotics 2 weeks ahead. Like they are pitiful.
The saying is you can't catch anything. You couldn't even catch a cold in the winter.
Yeah, they're pitiful. They're horrible.
Yeah,
LSU,
A&M broke them. It's all right.
Well, no. So the defense for LSU was always bad. Like that was going to be bad. But what really stuck out to me was Florida had 7 sacks in the game.
y'all's front four look like shit week 1, week 2, 3.
LSU had given up 6 sacks in the season. That's it.
They have a great offensive line.
Yeah, Florida, as they found another gear, it does show to Billy Napier, like you have similar storylines from Florida State and Florida right now. Like Florida State was down at the beginning, it was really bad, and they kind of just, oh well, quit on it, for lack of a better term. Like no one's going to quit week in, week out, but there's no real fight in them. Florida's figured out a way to find it and keep fighting, and they've gotten better week after week. Their offensive line has looked great. Their defensive line has looked even better. DJ Lagway is just really good, and I'm gonna hammer them this weekend. Like,
Yeah, DJ Lagway's great.
if you can find a way to win, the Swamp is a hard place to play, and he finally got the win. Granted, it wasn't great, but you can go fuck yourself with saying it's not a good win. We said it when Cole did it, so I'm gonna fucking say it. And
Watch your mouth. My grandmother's watching this.
hey, okay. But if we beat Florida State, Ole Miss this weekend.
Where do y'all play them at? Ole Miss?
No,
I hope y'all do. Ole Miss is pretty damn good. They dropped to Kentucky, but they're playing really good ball right now too. If y'all were able to beat them, that'd be 6 wins, right?
that'd be 6 wins. We're gonna get to 6. We put Florida State at the end of the year, but that would get 7. It would be huge. We're gonna mollywop Florida State. That'll really help with recruiting. There's 2 kids on the fence that are both 5 stars that are supposedly going to Florida State at the moment. So it'll be huge for recruiting. And then I think it'll be a little slap in the face for Lane Kiffin too if we beat him.
Yeah, I was about to say be future Florida head coach, but
Your ex-Florida head coach.
yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. Billy Napier didn't he slowly they were playing good ball and all in all these games. They were in Tennessee's ball game. They should have beat them.
It's not crazy to say that this team should be 7-3. Like,
if everything broke their way, not everything, but a good majority of it, yeah.
What games do you think y'all lost that y'all should have won?
Tennessee, absolutely. That comes down to just bad play calling at the end.
That's all.
And then, DJ doesn't go down to that Georgia game, they probably win that game. But you can say that. Texas would have been different. The whole game would have been different. But we were really hurt in the secondary. They're already hurt anyways, but it was past the point of that. They had a quarterback from Yale starting.
Against Ivy League.
Yeah, quarterback from Yale. You had, I think their starting corner was probably number 4 on the depth chart. They were down both their starting safeties. Asa Turner is still out, and they finally got a little healthy, and they look good. I can see him. He looks like a discount store version of Kirby Smart as our defensive coordinator. He wears a visor and talks in fancy language, but he's good, and he's somehow got his guys into playing.
Yeah, that guy's really young, isn't he?
Yeah, super young. That's what he somehow was tied to the Saban coaching tree, and Billy needed a DC, and they were like, "Hey, go get him because he's going to be good," and he's showing it. And they're riddled with injuries. It looks good. They got over the hump with a big win, and hopefully they can stay there.
I've been high on DJ Lagway since he was in high school, and
so was Billy Napier. Billy Napier was his first offer.
I know you told me that this week, but Graham Mertz, obviously he deserved a starting job. He did enough last year keep the job.
Yeah.
So my thing about it is, I'm not glad the kid got hurt, but if Graham Mertz did not go down, DJ Lagway might have seen the field some. They might have split playing time. But this does nothing more but develop DJ Lagway and get him, ready for SEC football for next year. I think y'all need to hit the portal hard this offseason and get him the weapons and the protection, to let him be great. Because I think Florida is a couple key players away from being a top team, a top 10 team.
With DJ Lagway, it's the blueprint is a way to get. And it's 2 or 3 guys away. It's someone in the secondary that can go out on an island and let the other side of the field play that. And then they have the dudes up front right now. Florida took the number 1 linebacker, number 1 defensive end out of the recruiting class last year in Miles Jack, and then I think Miles Graham. Not Miles Jack. I get those names mixed up. Somehow they overlap. And there's 2 true freshmen playing on the defensive side of the ball. They've got a true freshman running back that looks elite in ball. And then you have DJ, who's also another true freshman.
Is he not playing baseball at all?
DJ?
Yes.
I haven't seen anything that points that he's playing baseball.
Well, he took pictures in a Florida baseball uniform right before the season. He took pictures in shoulder pads swinging a baseball bat.
Oh, I knew he was good.
He was a two-way player. He's 96 off the mound.
Oh, well,
yeah, I would doubt.
And he hits tanks.
Florida,
I know that the kid from Galveston Ball going to Texas, Jonah Williams, he's not playing baseball this year at Galveston Ball because he's going straight after Christmas to Austin. But
yeah,
he's going to play baseball. Like, he's made it clear, like, he will be on the baseball field.
Well, that DJ, he enrolled early too, and there wasn't any indication that he was going to play baseball.
Well, it's pretty crazy that he's healthy too, because I thought after he went down to Georgia, like the way he was carved off the field, I thought he tore his ACL and he was out for the year.
I thought he ripped a hamstring off of his knee.
Yeah, it's pretty wild that he was even. They were about to play him versus Texas, even though.
They said they didn't want to chance it. Like, there was no point in rushing him back and then using him for future games. So they sat him. He warmed up. They said he didn't miss a beat in practice that week. He didn't miss a beat in practice before the LSU game, and he's still chugging along this week. It's not. And they said he was at 85% last week. He didn't run the ball. He did not have to be rushed. He also, I don't think, was sacked. He didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, but I was going to ask. I don't remember him really running, but I wouldn't.
He didn't. And
watching every play.
That's the other half of his game. So they put up 27 against LSU. Granted, they're not a great defense, but DJ ran the ball 0 times.
Well, as we're sitting here talking about Florida, y'all got Ole Miss this week. What do you think about the Ole Miss game this week?
The Ole Miss game is
what's the spread?
11.5. I think.
I think Ole Miss wins. I don't know about 11.5. I might take them. They're playing really good ball right now. They just beat Georgia by 15?
Yeah, but they had a bye coming into this game, so they're the healthiest that they've been all year.
Ole Miss?
Yeah. So they've had a bye week. They're coming into this game probably feeling pretty good. It's going to come down to the big man again. Ole Miss manhandled Georgia in that game. It was something I'd never seen happen in them before. But the matchup predicted right now, it's gone up from, I think, 12% all the way up to almost 22%. So, and I think the line started at 9.5. And so it's gone more Ole Miss, which makes me think, I don't know.
They're playing at 11 o'clock. I figured that'd be a night game.
No, they put the Oklahoma-Alabama game at night.
I know Lane Kiffin's pissed. He was already complaining about that weeks before. They don't get any night games, and
that would have never happened if it was on CBS.
Yeah,
this belongs at 3:30 on Saturday.
Yeah. But I don't know. Ole Miss is playing really good ball. They have a pretty good line of scrimmage. I remember Lane Kiffin saying last year they got dominated by Georgia, and they just went in the transfer portal, got Walter Nolan. couple other guys, and completely just like completely flipped the script this year and them dominating them. But I mean, you never know. I mean, Ole Miss has those games where they have those fall offs and they're playing at the Swamp. So if y'all get a lead early, the crowd gets into it. You never know what can happen. But
yeah, it's going to come down to like we're going to be able to move the ball, especially if DJ can move now. Like if he gets to I don't think he'll be back to 100% again this year, but if he can get to the point where he doesn't have to stay in the pocket, like that was an emphasis at the LSU game. Don't leave the pocket, play for the minute. And if they do that, I think it'll be okay. It's obviously a completely different defensive front that our offensive line is going to face, but if they stack up and just play okay, I think they have a chance if DJ can move around because he's going to be able to extend plays. They're going to be able to play well. And granted, there wasn't a great sample size. It was a quarter and a couple minutes against Georgia, but I mean, Florida handled their business up front when DJ and Ball got back there and could do what they want with the RPO game and keep them honest with DJ running the ball. Like they ran the ball like 6 times in a row for like 60 yards and just marched down the field at one point against Georgia, which you just don't see that happen. So that's what I'm hanging my hat on. If they do that, look like that, they definitely have a chance to beat them, and especially stay within 11.
Yeah. But shout out to the Florida Gators. I hope y'all make this game interesting. It's going to be a good game either way. But a team I want to talk about a lot tonight, well, not a lot, but I want to make time for is SMU. SMU has did the unthinkable.
I would say Indiana's done the unthinkable.
Well, yeah, Indiana is a Cinderella story. It just is
so
what it
yeah, for Ohio State Saturday. So,
but SMU is a 13th ranked team in the nation. They play Virginia this week. Virginia has,
they're 5-5. SMU's favored by 10.
But they, beat Wake Forest by 1. They beat Boston College. They gave Clemson a decent game. They beat Pittsburgh. They're not nobody really cares about Virginia football, but SMU has a chance to be 10-1. And then they finish the season with Cal, so that's 11-1. Do you think they have a chance of, they're going to get an ACC championship game, no doubt. But
will they?
Are you going to ask if they have a chance to get in the playoff?
Clemson's a two-loss team.
But what are they in conference?
They've only lost 1 game.
It says they're first in the ACC. I don't see a record though, but
they're undefeated in the ACC.
Yeah, they lost to their only loss is against
they lost to BYU the first game of the year.
Yeah, they lost to BYU. BYU is they lost.
It's SMU and then Clemson 7-1 and then Miami's 5-1 in conference.
So, they got a chance to get an ACC championship game.
Yeah, they most likely will.
I think they're pretty much a lock.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if they win the ACC, do they get the playoffs, you think?
They automatically do.
They automatically do.
Or do they lose the game?
Didn't they?
Probably not. Not a 2-loss ACC team. Unless you win. Yeah, I mean, with them losing to BYU, who is a fraud, like they were not good. I don't.
So the ACC gets 1 team. The ACC gets 1 team. Big 12 gets 1 team. Correct.
It's a top 4 ranked.
It is the highest ranked conference champions. The 4 highest ranked.
I understand that, but I thought the SEC had a chance to get 4 teams in.
They do. Technically, mathematically speaking, they do. But it's going to be because you'll have a bunch of 2-loss teams and a bunch of them not in the SEC championship game, and a bunch of them ranked in the top 15, so they have a chance.
Yeah.
But as it sits right now, you've got.
But the thing about it though, if SMU wins out and you say not Miami, say Indiana beats Ohio State, and then you say
what you're not grasping is the fact is Boise State's ranked ahead of SMU. That's why right now they Boise State is the highest ranked conference champion. As it sits, SMU is undefeated in their conference, so they're leading the conference. But they're ranked 13th out of the playoff rankings, and Boise State is 12. So they get the first round bye, and they're automatic.
I don't like this.
So SMU wouldn't get a first round bye right now.
Nope.
Would they? So they wouldn't get in. They do get in automatically if they win their conference, though.
Yes.
Okay. I was listening to Unnecessary Roughness, and they were saying there was a way. They were talking about the Big 12, though. If, like, Colorado lost a game and BYU lost a game, there's a way that they couldn't get a team in even though they won their conference. And they were like a 2-loss Big 12 team.
No, they get in.
Or 3. Oh.
Well, no, wait, hold on. Let me look at the playoff ranking. I can't remember.
Because they were like, I thought it was automatic bids, the Big Ev guy, and then they were like, no, it's not considered automatic if you win your conference.
Nothing's automatic. So the way they have it worded is the top 4, the highest ranked conference champions out of the Power 4. You know, or not even really the Power 4. It's just the top 4
So
ranked.
in the SEC, you have Texas, Bama, Georgia,
Ole Miss. Well, not Tennessee anymore.
And then you go to the Big 12, you have Colorado.
I mean, you have,
Colorado and BYU's at
yeah.
first right now.
Colorado's winning the Big 12. It's a done deal.
They could very well get beat by Kansas this week. They look good. They look like that everybody thought they were going to be.
Would you like to take a bet on that?
Sure.
I'll bet you $50.
Okay.
So we go over to the 11 o'clock game. Oh, Ohio State, Indiana. Does Indiana have a chance to even make this a game? You think?
Yeah,
They got a chance, yeah.
It's the first team they've actually had to play. So
Yeah.
it's up in the air. You never know. But I mean, do I think it's going to be a close game? Absolutely not.
No, I think Ohio State's going to annihilate.
I think Indiana will come out with some swagger. It'll be close in the first quarter and a half ish, and then Ohio State shows off the offense, scores late in the second, and then runs away with it in the second half.
So if Indiana loses by 2 touchdowns, do you drop them from 5 all the way out the playoffs? 12?
Yes,
I would.
I don't.
Because that's the first real playoff matchup.
You got to think about the Big Ten. You got Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana.
I'm just saying 5 to.
No. So are you going to rank? Are you going to rank SMU and Boise State higher than a 1-loss Indiana after they lost number 2 team in the country?
Yes.
Depends how they lose.
Yes.
They lose by 7
SMU's 10-1.
SMU
they'll both be 1-loss teams.
And then Indiana would be 10-1.
Yeah.
Who else is Indiana play?
They lost the number 2 team in the country.
That's
what I'm saying.
That's why you need 16 teams.
What are you? Okay.
It's going to go to 16.
No. Everybody, pay attention. Why is Texas ranked so high?
It's a good question.
What do you mean? Why is Texas ranked so high?
They lost by almost 2 touchdowns against Georgia, who's what? The number 10 ranked team in the country? You can throw up the horns all you want, but what's your justification for dropping Indiana outside the top 15 after they lost to the number 2 team?
Texas, dude. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up because I know you're going to throw this at me.
Hold up. What?
If you compare
You shut up.
You compare the resumes.
The last 2 games.
Shut up. It's not Texas' fault that the SEC decided to suck this year. You schedule Michigan out the gate. You go to the Big House.
The SEC does not suck. They haven't played the top teams in the SEC except Georgia.
Yeah, they're okay.
I'm sorry, Oklahoma.
They're not divisions. They're not division in the SEC anymore. It's not SEC West or SEC.
They got so lucky with how it broke out. Like they didn't play their first.
It's not a lie to say they got a easier SEC schedule. So did A&M this year. Like it's I don't know why they jump through the fucking roof whenever you say that. And then
they
call it back up.
Have to go anywhere
What's their best road environment they've been to?
Vanderbilt.
You went to the big house.
In the SEC.
You went to the big house.
The SEC.
You go to the big house, and that's not enough.
The Michigan sucks this year.
So it's Texas's fault that Michigan decided to suck this year?
No,
What does
it's
that have to
not.
do with resume?
Yeah.
We're talking about SEC schedule. What's their biggest road environment they've been to?
Hey. In the wise words of Bruce Almighty, it's the way the cookie crumbles, Pods. That's just how it is. Michigan is terrible this year. If they were any better, they'd be terrible.
It's bad.
You beat Michigan. You don't. A lot of teams gave Mississippi State a game.
Shut up.
So they did not.
What's their record?
They did not. They almost beat Mississippi State. Almost beat A&M.
Almost. They almost beat Georgia.
Yeah. So
They're still hadn't won a game in the SEC.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if y'all win out. Y'all are in.
They're going to win out. They're going to win out. They're going to win the SEC.
They're 0-6 in Mississippi State's 0-6 in the SEC. What are we talking about? I almost played professional baseball, if that counts. Like, there's no what are we talking about? You played UL Monroe at home. You played Mississippi State.
You go.
Mississippi State.
The best wins right now are Vandy and Arkansas. That's your best win.
Arkansas beat Tennessee.
Arkansas is not that good though.
It was a
They
20
beat
to 6.
Tennessee.
Y'all did
But
not.
we're talking about why are you ranked number 3 right now?
Yeah,
What do you mean why?
That's the question. Why?
exactly why.
You go to the big house to start the season. You beat Michigan.
Is Michigan good this year?
Whose fault is that?
We're asking why are you at number 3?
You
We're
can't.
asking why are you at number 3?
You can't make your own schedule in the SEC.
No
Hey,
shit.
You
That
have to
doesn't
plan.
mean it can't be a bad schedule.
That's a non-conference opponent. You pick them.
We're just asking why are you in the top 3 right now? That's justification.
That's not a good debate.
All right, what's your best win right now?
That's not a good debate. That's exactly what the college football playoff is about. There's a committee that sits around
You
talking
can't help you can't help the teams you're given.
Yeah, you can. You can't help what the resume looks like. That doesn't take away from it.
Yeah, we wouldn't be talking about this, but you got manhandled by Georgia. So whose fault is that?
We had a bad game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At the end of the day, Texas is going to get in the SEC championship game.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks.
Like, they have to lose their last 2 games and not get in it. And who are they going to lose to? Probably A&M, but we'll get there.
They have to lose 1 game.
A&M needs to worry about Auburn this week.
Yeah, we do.
Obviously not, because Mike Elko is not worried about Auburn.
He misspoke.
Oh my God!
I don't know why they run it with this.
You don't just get up there and miss.
You never misspoke on here?
Yeah, we don't.
Do it all the time. You do it all the fucking time.
We don't have anybody getting us prepared to get on stage.
You don't think he's getting prepared for Auburn? That's crazy. That's wild.
He said he's not. He's preparing for
But
Texas.
yeah, that's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game. But we win that one. I mean, do you think Quinn? You confident in Quinn can go to a road environment like that? Just no doubt.
Riley Leonard did it.
We're talking about Quinn Ewers.
Riley Leonard did it.
That was 13 weeks ago.
Riley Leonard did it.
That was 13 weeks ago.
Riley Leonard did it.
That was
Notre
13
Dame
weeks
did it.
ago.
We're a better team than Notre Dame.
Do you know that?
Barely.
They got a better win than y'all.
Can't
Way
help my
better.
schedule like that.
I mean,
Do you really think that going into Kyle Field and playing against Texas A&M without a Le'Veon Moss is something we're worried about?
you should be.
Stack the box, make Marcel Reed stay in the box, and blitz the hell out of him.
Make him blitz the box and make him stay in the box.
Texas has one of the best secondaries in college football.
That's cool.
Yeah. Jalen doesn't know a whole lot about box.
Belt to ass.
And we're gonna blitz the shit out of Quinn.
Belt to ass.
We're gonna blitz the shit out of Quinn.
Belt to ass.
It's okay. Just don't play like you did in Arkansas last week.
What bet do you want to take on this game next week?
I already got money on it.
Well, we get it on camera. What bet do you want to take next week?
We'll take a spread.
No. Yeah, how much you want to put on that game next week since you're so confident you're Texas fighting A&M?
We're not saying so confident. You said I'm not worried about it.
How much money do you want to put on this game next week?
I already got money on it. So we'll see.
How much you bet the money y'all owe me from Colorado?
First of all, I said they were going to make a bowl game. So you can go back and watch the episode.
I don't know about that pod. I just know one thing. Texas is going to beat Kentucky. Go to Cal Field. Steamroll A&M. Get the SEC championship game. Beat Alabama. And
Y'all look pretty good Saturday, though.
I got a question, though. If you lose in the SEC championship game,
I don't know why you're so confident after that Arkansas.
if you lose in the SEC championship game, does Texas still get in the playoffs?
No.
You shouldn't be knocked out of the playoffs if you're in the SEC championship.
I don't know. So
I'll stand on that for anybody.
So are they losing to A&M? Or are they beating A&M and losing in the?
Well, they have to beat us to get an SEC championship.
Okay.
So it would be whoever it was second loss. So I don't think they would knock you out.
No.
Because I don't think you should be penalized for playing another game.
Lamp is about
For
to
championship.
So you say that if you lose the SEC championship game, that should not keep you from not making the playoffs?
No.
If you're Texas, no. But a 3-loss team
No.
in
If A&M were to win out and they lose the SEC championship, I don't think they should be knocked out because you went 10-2 and you're getting penalized for playing an extra game in the conference championship. That's like Lane Kiffin was saying he said some coaches are saying they wouldn't want to play an SEC championship because it's just an opportunity to get another loss.
It's very much so.
You're getting penalized for playing in like a championship versus one of the best teams in the nation. But I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Enough about the Horns. Penn State.
We're going to be done talking about the Horns in about 2 weeks. No, we'll be talking about them a lot and not really at all after that.
Penn State.
Who are they playing?
They got Minnesota. They're going to win that game. They're going to beat Maryland.
James Franklin is a fraud, and he sucks.
I don't know, dude. I kind of like Penn State.
They're like the fact that they make up 4 out of the top 5. Like Oregon's good. Oregon's really good. Ohio State, good, really good. Indiana obviously hasn't played anybody, but Penn State.
I mean, the one
beat Wisconsin, lost to Ohio State by a touchdown. Yeah,
they haven't really played
Illinois.
They haven't played a ranked team other than Ohio State, right?
They played Illinois. They played Ohio. You already said Ohio State.
Illinois.
That's the only ranked. They played. No, that's the only ranked team they played.
That Ohio State game. Did y'all watch that? I mean, it wasn't a touchdown. It didn't feel that close.
I watched bits and pieces of it. I didn't. But yeah, I mean, they got to be.
There's not a lot of games this week that are actually, you got you have Notre Dame and Army. They played this weekend.
Yeah, it's a good game. Big game.
That's a good game. You got BYU at Arizona State.
BYU will lose that game.
They probably will lose that game. You have
Iowa State, Utah, Army, Notre Dame.
Utah's a fraud.
Utah's just not.
You got A&M, Auburn.
Another game to look out for is Oregon State beating Washington State this weekend.
The winner of the Pac-12. Pac-2, I guess.
But another thing we haven't talked about a lot because we haven't
I feel that Indiana Ohio State game being at 11 o'clock should be criminal.
Well, that's like their whole big whatever it is.
Fox, Fox should be excommunicado from college football. That's ridiculous. That should be a night game, and the shoe would be rocking.
I saw something that had said, like, even though it's at 11 o'clock, they get like a lot of views or something compared
They
to
do.
other games.
Just
But
think about the usual
right
11 o'clock
after,
in the
right
SEC.
after game day, and then 11 o'clock there aren't the big games for SEC. That's why they do it.
They
They
get
don't
so
want
they
to
get
see
like
the night game.
no. So if you watch, Big Noon Saturday is always on about like 2 or 3 minutes longer than College Game Day, and so everybody switches to those big games, and they're like, hey, technically Big Noon Saturday or the college football kickoff for Fox, it has like the most viewers out of anybody for morning college football shows. Well, it's because they probably catch that snip right at the last 15 minutes, and everybody's leaving game day to go over there and start that game right as they're picking the winner of those games. That's happened every single Saturday that I've watched.
I got a question for you. Does anybody know where David is at?
Friendsgiving?
No,
Del Rio?
Oh.
It's Thursday night. He could be at Roma's. South First Street. I promise you this, wherever David is, he has a Miller Lite in his hand right now. And I can't get him on the phone. He will not reply to the text messages.
He's got a Miller Lite in his hand, and he's just mumbling 4117.
No, but something we haven't talked about since we haven't been on the air, we've been gone a while, is Carson Beck in Georgia. Are they done?
That
No.
ugly motherfucker.
they're not done. They're ranked 10.
Yeah, but
If they win out, no matter if they go in the conference championship,
They're going to play Georgia Tech next week.
they play UMass and Georgia Tech, which they should win. So, I mean, they're in
He
there.
can run the ball, but damn, I don't think Georgia Tech stacks up on the defensive side of the ball.
I don't know. It's really can you watch your body? It's really a hard time in college football because any game you lose right now can ruin your season. And,
That's what makes the 12-team playoff fun.
no, it's fun. It makes the excitement.
So many more
So much
games.
more meaningful games right now than there would be.
This Kentucky game Saturday for Texas is nothing but a trap game. Kentucky is a team that comes and they have nothing to lose, and they somehow find a way to upset you. That's the same way with Auburn. These are
I'm pulling real hard for the old A&M head coach.
So how long is it going to coach for? 10 hours?
About that.
About 12 hours, 10 hours.
David's gonna call me a real, a closet Aggie, but I'm pulling real hard for the Aggies there. Or former Aggies.
We gotta take care of Auburn. That shit scares me though. 6:30 night game.
Does he have to say here when everybody else do that thing? Does he have to put it on his Instagram story like everybody else does?
Talking about when someone passes?
Mark Stoops.
No. I mean, he can if he wants. But that was the best decision, meltdown, whatever the fuck happened. Someday the full story will come out. Apparently he was in the PJ about to go, and then they
I
told
heard he
him.
was in the air. The plane turned around.
Yeah, there's been multiple people. And then he tweets out that he wants to stay at Kentucky and all that shit. But
I know.
thank the heavens that did not happen.
School.
I'm actually pretty happy with Elko. We'll see how it finishes out, but I'm pretty happy with Elko right now. But
Yeah, I
year
think so.
one,
Then y'all just no, you lost the song, didn't you?
yeah, quarterback. Yeah, or they said Lincoln Riley sold him on early playing time, and he's from California. So
Well, I mean, I think it was the second that there was. If we're
Julian Lewis decommitted.
dive into some recruiting shit. I mean that.
Did you see the commitment video from Julian Lewis?
Yeah,
I
he's
just-
just
Yeah, Shadura had the keys, passing the keys to him. Like you can hate Shadura all you want, but at the end of the day, the kid is a goat. He has way more money already than we'll ever have in our lives.
Did you say a goat?
Yes,
How do you have a goat?
he's a goat.
Meaning there's multiple goats. There's only one greatest of all
I
time.
was sitting in Miss Tillman's.
I saw a mock draft today that had the Giants taking him number
You
1
can say
overall.
whatever you want to say and talk bad about the kid. He is the best quarterback in college football right now. By far.
By far,
He's playing
but yeah.
I don't know about basketball.
I saw a mock draft today that said
The kid is great. The kid is great.
I saw a mock draft him going 1 to the Giants. But Deion did say that he'll hold out for certain teams. So it's like,
how do you do that? Can you just say no?
you tell him beforehand that if you draft
Yeah,
him,
he pulls a maybe.
I'm not going. Not signing the contract, I guess. I don't know.
I say what happens. He goes to Dallas, the Cowboys. We hire Deion Sanders. We go get Travis Hunter some way, somehow. We go get Shiloh Sanders somehow, some way. What's the kicker's name?
I could go ahead and throw Bucky in there too, the short junior that sucks at
Monta?
everything.
Monta. We bring in Monta with us, and it's just a prime show.
There's no way he would go to the NFL.
Who, Monta?
No, Deion. He's got a made in Colorado right now.
Stinks.
And I think that Julian Lewis, that kind of people are saying, what's he going to do after Shedeur leaves? Pretty much he's going to be there next year. So
I think he'll be in Colorado next year.
Oh, he's going back to Colorado for sure.
He's not going to the NFL. It would
be
be
breaking in the NFL because the way he what makes him so good is the fact that
kids.
Yeah, he's about the kids. He knows what it takes to get to the next level. And he's been helping kids, achieve those kind of goals since when he was coaching Little League football. He was advising Des Bryant.
Well, that's the whole thing is different at a professional perspective. I was listening to Get Up this morning, and the whole having your dad as a head coach thing is not going to be great for him as professional. But Deion has a proven track record of having success with kids. Granted, his kid has always been attached from youth football we're getting started in Dallas to being at the high school level with his kid at the private school to going to Jackson State to now at Colorado. So one Shedeur is going to have to prove it. So he can do it without his dad.
Basically, what I'm telling you now, when I have how about the Panther Cats, baby? I like to hear it, Blake Lazarus. I will see you tomorrow in New Caney. Tyler Abbey told me you're going to be there. We're going to state championship. We're going to win a state championship this year. It's just is what it is. The pack is back. We're rolling. The kids are bought in.
What's your score prediction for Friday, Jalen?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
28-14. I'm not going to get carried away, but I just think that if Lufkin starts off, comes out the gate fast, and offense can, do their job, defense is going to take over. Our defense it's so scary to say because it reminds you of 2007, 2008 Lufkin football, 2005, 2006, 2004, all those days. That front four, when I tell you that is the real deal, they play with a swagger, they play fast, they play physical, and the thing about it is,
they've got depth.
Yeah, they got depth. Dude, Elijah Alexander does not get the credit he deserves. If you're a college coach, I know you're not watching, but if you're watching, go get that kid. Go get that kid. Evan Young, go get that kid. Those kids play at such a fast pace, and they will hit the piss out of you. I don't know. I talk about it a lot. I love Lufkin football, but that defense is the real deal.
Does College Station have a pretty good offense?
College Station likes to run the misdirection. They like to get tricky. They like to get fancy. But they like to run the ball to the outside. They like to keep the ball going outside. They got a tight end. They love to get the ball to the tight end. They're
a pretty good quarterback, right? Or something?
He's a baseball player. He can sling it. He's a ball player. But what separates us is speed and how physical we are. We will hit the piss out of you. And we can run. And I know tomorrow they're not going to want to kick the ball at Kivo. I know they're not going to want to give the ball to my boy Kivo. But guess what? If Kivo gets the ball in his hands tomorrow on a kick return or a punt return, I bet you he gets 6 tomorrow. I know for a fact he gets 6 tomorrow. The kid is the real deal. Another thing, college coaches, I know you're not watching, but if you're watching, go offer my boy, Kiffin, Sark. Go get him. Take a chance on him. I know you don't see the size in him, but the kid can play. He can do it. He's the real deal. Tebow Taylor, my boy. Go get him. Go offer him. Cowboys, call him. Come get him. You need him. He is the real deal. QT, he is the real deal. We have a team of nothing but go-getters. And, you watched the Galveston Ball game. Galveston Ball, you matched them up against us on the eye test. Yes, they were way bigger than us. They showed it the first play of the game. They bombed the shit out of us the first play of the game. But one thing about those kids on that Lucky Panther defense, they do not give up. They do not crumble. They just respond. And our offense, you give the ball to my boy Waters, he's going to get you about 6 or 7 or 8, carry. And then he's going to break on you. And it's a done deal. And that's what I love about this team. And I can't stop talking about them. I can't focus at work because all I'm worried about is Lufkin Panther football. The pack is back, baby. The pack is back. And when we get to Duquesne tomorrow, they're wearing purple. We're wearing purple. Who gives a shit? It's going to be a purple swarm tomorrow, and it ain't going to be no cougar. It's going to be a Panther. And we're going to take that gold ball back down 59, and we're going to humble ourselves, and we're going to get ready for next week, and we're going to play we got some great teams to play. We ain't got no cupcake games. We got nothing but ball games to play. And I'm nothing but ready and fired up for it. Like, when I get to work tomorrow,
Are you even going to work, or are you just going to be anticipating?
Dude, I find myself checking on Dave Campbell to see something about the game like 14 times a day.
Dude, I'm on the forum. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm searching. I'm reading. I'm reading about the pack. And let me tell you something. If you're in Lufkin, Texas tomorrow and you don't have any plans to go into the game tomorrow in New Caney, you better have a damn good excuse because guess what? We need you. The kids need you. They deserve you. They've proven every reason why to buy it. These kids went undefeated through district. They beat Galveston Ball. They beat Barbers Hill. They beat Port Arthur Memorial. They beat all the teams that they had against us. But guess what? My boy Todd Quick, Scott Green, Jeff Cook, and the rest of them, they are ready. They are fired up. And I cannot stop talking about Lucky Panther football. To be honest with you, I give 2 shits about college football right now because it's all about the pack. My boy Woody, you better be on that charter bus tomorrow headed to New Caney. You better have Woody on the bus. You got to take Woody. Matter of fact, if Woody can ride, he can ride with me.
No, he's there. He ain't missing this shit.
Woody can ride with me and Spoon. Load Woody up, and he is going. The pack is back. I don't want to talk about nothing else tonight but Lucky Panther football. It's the real deal. You got to buy in. You got to believe in the kids. If you have nothing else to do tomorrow, get your ass on 59 and go watch some Lucky Panther football.
The town should be shut down. We all need to. It's an hour down the road.
Well, sounds like y'all need to rent a bus or something and drive everybody up there.
We're going to take the GMC or Enterprise, and we're going to be there. And I'm sick. I'm sick as a dog, but guess what? I'm not missing a Lucky Panther playoff game.
Nope.
My mom talking about having Thanksgiving on Saturday or whatever. If Lufkin is playing, I give 2 shits about eating Thanksgiving dinner with my family. I'm going to watch the pack.
That's it. I was talking with Haley. What happens playoff week for the week of Thanksgiving?
What do you mean?
You play Friday, don't you?
You play Friday or Saturday. Nothing changes. Our kids are not worried about a turkey. They're worried about a gold ball.
You got Thursday to eat.
She goes, well, that sucks. I go, no, it doesn't. If we're playing Thanksgiving, it's fucking great.
Yes, if you're practicing the week of Thanksgiving, your coaches and your kids did something right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Jalen said he'd throw them a Thanksgiving feast at practice if they make it there.
You know what? If Lufkin's playing next week, I'll call my boy Jeremy Staggs and I'll have boxcar catered to them boys. Oh. And I will make sure Zion gets his own brisket. Because I know he can eat it.
You're gonna make it.
Dude, Port Neches is up 42-0 at halftime.
Good job.
Galveston Ball in College Station is 3-0 at halftime.
Who's up?
Yes.
Oh,
Carthage is up 21-0. What are you saying, Cole?
Who's winning? Consol 3-0?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Let's see. We'll see. We'll see where the close game's at. I don't give it. You know what? Ain't worried about it. All I give a piss about is the goddamn Panthers, baby.
Well,
Lufkin Panther football is all I care about right now. I can't. I wish I could do that growl like Haley, but I can't do it. But growl. We ready. We're ready.
We can end it on the growl. I'll bring her in here.
Yeah, we'll end it on the ground, but no, this is I know I talk about this all the time, but you got to get out and support your community. You got to support the kids. They did nothing but earn your support. They deserve it. You got to give it to them. These kids they've been through hell the last couple years. You know, a lot of these kids have been a part of, great teams that didn't make the playoffs. And, we were in a good district. We lost some games. We lost some games we should have won. We played some teams that, had a chance to make a deep playoff run. But these kids have bought in, and they have bought the tradition and the standard back of what Lufkin football is. Lufkin football is not used to not playing after Thanksgiving. You got to be playing during this time of the year. It's all about the pack. You got to buy in. You got to be there. I don't care if your kid has a soccer practice. If the coach cared enough, he'd cancel it. You got to go watch the pack play. It's mandatory. Like, I love my job. I'm going to be at work tomorrow. We got a big day. It's a short month with the holidays. You got to get the sales going. But guess what? At the end of the day, when 5 o'clock hits, don't shit else matter but the pack.
We back the pack.
We back the pack. And, this is not going to be an easy game.
Nope.
College Station and us have a long road of history since they've been open since 2012. I don't think they played JV and freshman football in 2012. The Pack's been playing football since probably the 30s, 40s.
Long time.
Cancel that soccer practice. You got dang right. We don't give a piss about nothing but Lufkin Panther football.
You ready for
But no, hey, what these kids are doing.
You ready for the growl?
No, we're not. Hey, go ahead and growl. Let's hear it.
We got to end it on the ground.
No, we're not ending it. We're gonna wrap it up.
I hate this.
Let's hear the growl. Terry, I don't know what you're doing. Make sure you save that and you get that posted on the Instagram. We're about to wrap it up. Shout out to our followers, subscribers, likes, follow. Go follow us. I don't give a shit about talking about nothing else because I'm about to go to bed and take some medicine. But my ass will be in New Caney, Texas tomorrow, ready to watch the Lufkin Panther football game. I already filled my truck up yesterday.
There you go. We'll be there.
I'm ready to roll.
No rent car?
Huh?
No rent car? You rolling down in the GMC?
It's on.
Did he give you the money this time?
Look, let me tell you something.
Why are you looking
I
around?
don't piss about nothing but the pack. Thank you to everybody. Shout out to our guys at Zilker Belts. Use discount code PINES936. If you ain't going, that's your own problem. I can't say what I want to say about you because it would be nice. But tune in tomorrow. NFHS. My boy Nasty will have the radio jumping. He will have the pregame show. We will have our pregame show. NFHS ain't stopping nothing because guess what? Big Nasty going to be there no matter what. But thank you, everybody. Shout out to everybody going tomorrow. Y'all be safe. Safe travels to everybody. Let's go, Pack. See you guys next week.
Adios.